So, you've got a brilliant idea for a product, right? Something you know people will love. Well, in this explainer, we're going to walk through the entire journey, from that first little spark of an idea all the way to building a real, high quality, and successful business. It almost always starts with that one thing. Maybe it's a perfect apple pie, a beautiful handcrafted table, or even a really clever piece of code you wrote. It's that moment you step back, look at what you made, and think, wow, I should totally sell this. That's exactly where we're going to begin. All right, section one. Before you even think about making a single product, you need a plan, a blueprint. This is, and I mean this, the most crucial phase. It's where you turn a fun hobby into a real potential business. It really sets the stage for everything, and I mean everything that comes next. So your planning really rests on these three pillars. First up, goals. You've got to ask, what do my customers actually want? And realistically, how much can I sell? Then you create a work plan. Who's doing what? When are they doing it? And finally, and this one is so critical, you have to calculate your costs. I mean, what will it really cost to make one of these? Because that number, that decides your price, and you guessed it, your profit. Great planning is kind of like playing two games at once. There's the short game, that's your daily to-do list. Okay, Monday, I gotta make 8 pie crusts. Tuesday, I'm making fillings and doing deliveries. But then there's the long game. That's your vision. How do we make this better? Do we need to service the ovens, buy new gear, or maybe hire some help? You have to balance the now with the next. That's what gets you ready to grow. Okay, so you've got your plan locked down. Now the challenge completely shifts. Look, anyone can make one perfect product. That's art, right? But making it perfect every single time, that's business. And that, my friends, is the art of consistency. Now, your secret weapon for making that happen is standardization. And look, don't let that word scare you. This is not about killing your creativity. It's about guaranteeing the quality your customer pays for and expects. It means every single item that leaves your door meets the exact same high bar, from the ingredients you use to the way it looks. And that brings us to quality control. So many people think this is just a quick check at the very end. No way. It's a chain that runs through your entire process. It starts with checking your raw materials. Are they good enough? It continues while you're actually making the thing. Then you check the final product. And it's not over until it's perfectly packaged and labeled. Every single link in that chain has to be strong. Okay, let's talk hygiene. And let's be super clear here. For any business, but especially if you're making food, this stuff is completely non-negotiable. These aren't just good ideas or suggestions. They are hard and fast rules. They protect your customers, they protect your product, and frankly, they protect your entire reputation. It's the simple things, done right every single time, that are just absolutely critical. All right, section 3. Look, having a consistent, top-notch product is fantastic. That's the goal. But it's the financial engine that actually keeps the lights on. So let's dive into how you keep that engine running smoothly and, more importantly, profitably. I want you to really think about waste for a second. It's not just messy, it's incredibly expensive. Every bit of spoiled ingredient, every wasted minute of labor, every single product that doesn't make the cut. That's not just trash. You're literally throwing cash in the bin. So cutting down on waste is probably the most direct way there is to protect your profits. So how do you fight that waste? Well, one of the simplest, most powerful tools you have is a little rule called FIFO. It stands for first in, first out. It's a super basic rule for your inventory. Whatever you bought first, you use first. That one simple habit can save you so much money by preventing spoilage and just keeping everything fresh. And managing your inventory, man, it is a true balancing act. It's like walking a tightrope. If you lean too far one way and overstock, you're tying up all your money in stuff that could spoil or get damaged. But if you lean too far the other way and understock, you're going to have production stops, you're going to lose sales, and you're going to look unreliable. Finding that perfect sweet spot right in the middle, that is the absolute key to being efficient. Listen, you do not need to be an accountant to run your business, but you absolutely need a basic financial toolkit. And it's all about simple, consistent habits. Keep records of every dollar that comes in and goes out. Create a budget for what it costs you to make things. Figure out the exact cost of each product. And then manage your payments. Get these fundamentals right, and you'll have real, genuine control over your business. All right, moving on to section 4. So, your amazing product is finished, it's passed all the quality checks, it's ready to go, but wait, the journey is not over.
Not by a long shot. In fact, for your customer, the experience is just beginning. And how that product is packaged and delivered, well, that's every bit as important as how it was made in the first place. I mean, just look at this quote. It's so simple, but it's the absolute truth. You can have the most perfect product in the world, the most efficient system, but without customers, you don't have a business. It's that simple. Every single thing we've talked about so far, the planning, the consistency, the financial discipline, it's all pointing to one thing: earning a happy customer. Let's talk about packaging, because it does so much more than just hold your product. Think of it like a multi-talented employee. Job number one, it's a bodyguard, protecting the goods. Job number two, it's your silent salesperson on the shelf, grabbing people's attention. And job number three, it's a statement about your brand and your values. Is it eco-friendly? Is it premium? Really great packaging does all of this at once. And then there's delivery. This is the final hurdle, and you can't afford to trip here. All of your hard work, all that attention to detail, it can be completely undone by one bad delivery. So this means making sure everything is packed securely, it's kept at the right temperature, especially for food. This is critical. And that it arrives looking just as perfect as when it left your hands. Okay, for our final section, we're going to zoom way out and look at the big picture. This is about building a sustainable business. I'm not just talking about being profitable today. I'm talking about creating something that's responsible, that's resilient, something that's really built to last. Sustainability, it isn't a one-way street. It's a shared responsibility between you, the producer, and your customer. As you can see here, you can do your part by reducing waste or using recycled packaging. But you can also empower your customers to do theirs, like by making it easy for them to recycle what you sell them. It's really a partnership for a healthier planet. And a big part of that responsibility is getting a handle on your carbon footprint. So what is that? Well, simply put, it's the total environmental impact of everything you do, every choice you make, from the power you use in your workshop to the packaging you buy, it all adds up. The goal for a truly sustainable business is to shrink that footprint and make it as small as you possibly can. But your most important resource, your best asset, it's never going to show up on a financial spreadsheet. It's your people, your team. And investing in training them isn't an expense. It's one of the best investments you can possibly make. A well-trained team, they improve quality, they cut down on waste and errors, and their morale is higher. They are, without a doubt, your single greatest asset. And that exact same investment mindset, it applies to your equipment too. Please don't wait for things to break down. That's being reactive. You want to be proactive. That's what preventative maintenance is all about. It's about fixing problems before they can stop your entire production line, saving you a ton of money and headaches. So after all of that, it really just boils down to one simple question for you. What's the one thing you can do today, right now, to improve the quality of your work? Think about it, because that single, small step, that's how every great business, every great enterprise truly begins.